All right, this is gonna be called 3X before front foot strike. This is also gonna be used in a 2X approach, meaning like a pitcher, position player. We're gonna be working in a full stride, which is 80–90% of your height, and you're gonna be generating power through a full stride. So if you're a position player, that can be a little bit shorter. So typically position players are making quicker throws. They're gonna use a little bit more momentum to create their velocity, not so much the momentum out of their drives. They're gonna use the momentum in their feet work. So you typically can throw into a shorter stride. So I'd say if you're a pitcher, you're more 90%. You're a position player, you go 80 or slightly less than 80 and work from that position. So this is just implementing the lower half. We do, because sequencing is a part, once we create energy, we have to sequence it up. We want to delay or load our trunk back in these drills and not allow them to go. We want to keep them loaded back and just strictly work on the lower half. Still working linear going forward, and this is just from the lower half. If you have the King of the Hill plate, that would be a good device. You could also use the Velo Pros. That'll help you stay loaded back and help improve this through this drill. So if you don't have any of these, you can work on the ground. I'll talk about some of the things, the cues you're looking for on the ground. So in a full stride, it doesn't matter to me the same if you're in a full stride or a little bit shorter than 80%. Chin behind belt buckle, I want you to hold this position. And then from here, you're gonna lift and stay loaded on your back leg. So I want you to lift and shift, make sure all your weight is here. Then you're gonna fall forward and down at the same rate. So lift forward and down at the same rate, and right before you land, you're gonna extend and pop the plate. You wanna feel that force push all the way up your leg through your hip. Lower center of gravity means that the force you create off the ground is gonna create more energy to the target. So if I'm standing up, more of that force is gonna wanna go up. If I get lower center of gravity, lower to the ground, more of that force is gonna move to the target. That's gonna benefit us when we start to transfer to our upper body. So obviously when I'm on here, I'm gonna hear the indication that I'm popping the plate. I can create difficulty when I pop the plate. I'm gonna also hear the timing of it. I wanna hear the timing just before I land. I don't wanna hear it after I land. It has to be just before I land. Also, if you don't have the plate, if I'm working on grass or dirt, I'm gonna listen for my back foot. When I hear the drive and drag of my back foot, I'm gonna try to get that as close to front foot as I can, and I can use that if I don't have a plate to get that indication. But like I said, don't be transferring your trunk here. Keep that loaded. Fall and drive forward and down at the same rate. Keep it back and just feel your hips pop up, your front legs stabilize, and you're working that 3X before front foot strike or 2X before front foot strike and really trying to get good at the timing, staying loaded, the force late into front foot out of the leg and keeping everything back in the process. So those are those drills.